A baby sits quietly on the floor, surrounded by toys. Everything feels calm and familiar. Then suddenly, the parent stands up and walks toward the door. Within seconds, the baby begins to cry. To many adults, this moment looks simple, maybe even dramatic. Some people say the baby is becoming too clingy. Others believe the child is trying to manipulate the parent for attention. But inside the baby's mind, something much deeper is happening. Your baby is not crying to control you. Your baby is reacting to separation the only way their developing brain knows how. For adults, leaving a room feels ordinary because we understand permanence. We know the people we love still exist, even when we cannot see them. We understand time. We understand distance. We understand that someone can leave and still come back. But babies are still learning all of that. During the first months of life, babies experience the world almost entirely through immediate sensations. What they can see, hear, touch, and smell feels real. What disappears can feel gone completely. Then something remarkable begins to happen in the brain. Around 6 to 10 months, many babies begin developing what psychologists call object permanence. This is the ability to understand that people and objects still exist, even when they are out of sight. It sounds simple to adults, but for a baby, this changes everything emotionally. Now the baby understands something new and frightening. Mom exists. Dad exists. People can leave. For the first time, your baby becomes aware of separation, and with that awareness comes fear. Not because the baby is spoiled, not because the baby is difficult, but because attachment is survival. A baby enters the world completely dependent on caregivers. Your voice, your face, your smell, your touch. These are not just comforting extras. They are signals of safety to the nervous system. When you hold your baby, their heartbeat slows more easily. When you speak softly, stress levels decrease. When you respond consistently, the brain begins learning what safety feels like. In many ways, babies borrow calmness from the adults around them because they cannot regulate emotions on their own yet. That means your presence becomes part of how your baby feels secure. So when you suddenly disappear behind a door, your baby experiences uncertainty, not manipulation. Uncertainty. Imagine waking up in a giant unfamiliar world where you cannot speak, cannot understand language, cannot predict time, and depend entirely on one person for comfort and protection. That is infancy. From a baby's perspective, separation can feel enormous. This is why some babies cry intensely when a parent leaves the room, even for a few moments. Their brain is still learning an important emotional lesson. People I love can leave and still come back. And this lesson takes time. Many parents worry when separation anxiety begins. Some even feel guilty, believing they created dependency by holding the baby too much. But healthy attachment is not weakness. In fact, babies who form strong emotional bonds with caregivers often develop greater emotional confidence later because the brain learns that comfort and security are available when needed. Clinginess during infancy is often evidence of connection, not damage. It is a sign that your baby recognizes familiar caregivers, forms emotional memory, and seeks safety during moments of uncertainty. That is development happening in real time. Of course, this does not mean parents must never leave the room. Separation is part of life, and babies gradually adapt through repeated experiences of reassurance and return. What helps most is consistency and emotional calmness. Babies feel safer when departures are gentle and predictable. A calm goodbye, a reassuring voice, and a reliable return slowly teach the nervous system that separation is temporary, not permanent. Even small moments matter. Eye contact, touch, responsive comforting, smiling back when your baby smiles. These moments quietly build emotional security day after day. Over time, your baby begins understanding something powerful. When I feel afraid, someone comes back for me. When I cry, my emotions matter. When I need comfort, I am not alone. These early emotional experiences become part of the foundation for trust, relationships, and emotional regulation later in life. So the next time your baby cries as you leave the room, try hearing the moment differently. Instead of thinking, "My baby is giving me a hard time," try thinking, "My baby is having a hard time." Because underneath the crying is not manipulation, it is attachment, it is emotional development, it is the growing brain learning how love, safety, and separation work for the very first time. If you want to better understand your baby's emotional world, subscribe for weekly videos on infant psychology, attachment, and baby brain development. And tell me in the comments, what baby behavior confused you the most as a parent?